happy Wednesday. It's the Muskegon Channel. Andy O'Reilly, Dave Cackley, and I had a fun experience last night.
Okay, what was the fun?
I went to the Muskegon Clippers home opening game at Marsh Field, and it was really a doggone nice time.
I heard it was a packed house.
Packed the place, had a good crowd. They had everything you'd expect at a baseball game. Nice setting, couple of home runs in the first and second inning. The last score I saw, not ideal for a baseball home opener. It was 14-7. The other guys. So maybe a little rusty, maybe a little nervous in front of the big crowd. I don't know, but they play again tonight at Marshfield, and I hope for a better outcome. It was fun.
So the atmosphere was good.
Great.
Yeah, because it was like the West Michigan Whitecaps have always done that upright as far as the minor league baseball experience. I think it's a good template for most minor leagues and instructional league kind of events to be. Make it about the things surrounding the game. I mean, you're there to watch baseball, but it's good to have cool stuff going on surrounding the game. Yeah, especially at a baseball game.
I will say this:
there's so much
not at the Whitecaps level, but that's okay.
No,
a lot of good music, a lot of good entertainment going on. They have some fun things. If you hit a foul ball off the first baseline, it goes right into the parking lot.
Nice.
I know, right?
Oh, man.
Outside of the guys screaming up and down Laketon on crotch rockets, other than that, it was great. I kept hearing
that disrupted things a bit
behind me. I'm like, dude, you knock it off here, please. Let the people have a nice baseball game and let your dumb crotch rockets going nuts.
Hey, you're on a motorcycle. You got to announce your presence with authority.
Absolutely. And I have another thought. Loud pipes save lives. I do agree with that.
Yes,
but not in Roosevelt Park after 10.
Right.
Then they just piss me off.
You don't want to hear that. Right.
All right, man. What are we going to do here? Some news? Oh, wait. You don't have to. Hang on before you do. What? You don't have to tweet any traffic updates, do you?
No. I don't. I already did that. I called some dispatchers on a couple of accidents. Hey, man, I'm multitasking.
You're keeping yourself in business.
That's what I do.
You got some guy driving down the street reading his Twitter feed. You know what they call that? Distracted driving.
Hey, now. I'd say I get them before they go out.
Oh, okay.
Before they're actually on the road. So, wait, hey, there's an accident, 168th and Taft. I should avoid that area.
Good thinking.
You know?
You are
stuff
a man
going
of the
on.
people. You are a humble public servant.
I am.
I know.
Just trying to make a few bucks. Daddy's got to eat.
Yep. Fish sticks and ketchup.
There you go. That's my lifestyle, man.
Let's do it.
All right. Attorney General Jeff Sessions has reportedly offered to resign his post amid tensions with President Donald Trump. This according to ABC News, citing unnamed sources. Trump apparently turned down the offer, which was not a formal one. The president has been angry with Sessions, one of his most vocal supporters, since Sessions recused himself in March from the investigation into Russia's meddling into the 2016 election. Now, Trump evidently just announced Christopher Wray as the new FBI director. He's a former Justice Department official, so a lot of things going on. You got the Sessions thing. He's going to end up staying there. That would be bad for the administration if they accepted his resignation, or if he just decided to quit. And you got to get the new FBI guy in. You've got Comey's testimony tomorrow, which I don't think is going to end up amounting to anything. It'll be interesting if it does, but I just think it's going to be. I think there's going to be a lot of people disappointed in what they actually end up hearing.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's not going to. I don't think it's going to amount to anything. I don't think he's really going to implicate Trump. I don't think he will.
Okay.
And it's not just because I have $50 on Trump staying in office for 4 years. It's not just that.
In Forbes, where they found a money trail from some of the kids' cancer things that they've hosted, golf outings and things like that, and the money they've skimmed off these charities to keep the Trump family moving.
Everybody's skimming, man.
Everybody. So that makes it okay.
No, it doesn't make it okay.
What
it
are you
skimming? Terrible. It makes it terrible. I don't. See, I don't have anything. I don't have any money to skim.
Right, but you just said everybody's skimming. That would put you in that group.
Like I said, if I compare, like, say, the Clintons and the Trumps, you're going to find a lot of dirt. That's what I'm saying. The past election was hot garbage as far as candidates go. And then you had Bernie Sanders wanting to give everything away for free, and which wasn't feasible either. So look, like I said, I'm not voting for anybody who can win anymore. I won't do it because they're all corrupt, they're all dirty.
Guess we'll see.
Teenage alcohol consumption and binge drinking apparently on the decline. This, according to the latest report from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. CDC says the numbers have dropped significantly from 1991 to 2015. Tougher ID laws and a crackdown on drunk driving are cited as contributing to the decline. 1 in 6 teens still binge drink. Now, you go back to 1991, the early 90s. That's when you and I were back in our binge drinking days. What was the most you think you consumed back in the day, like say on a typical Friday, Saturday night that you can recall? What was the highest amount?
I can remember one night we were at Aftershock, and I don't remember if it was Aftershock or Sydney's or whatever they called it back then. I don't know, but whatever. It's down on Bridge Street there.
Yeah,
I used to
go. Yeah,
Anchor and
yep.
All right, yeah.
I stayed at Aftershock. Yeah.
So here we are at Aftershock, and back then, if you remember, they had this thing called Beat the Clock Night.
Yes.
Where drinks at 7:00 started off at 1:15.
You had to drink fast.
You did, and they were usually pretty weekly mixed drinks and all that stuff. Well, I decided to beat the clock night. What?
They didn't want to poison anybody.
No. Well, I did that myself. I decided one quarter drink night, beat the clock night, that it was going to be vodka cranberries. 21 of them.
21 vodka cranberries.
Well, you drank 21 cranberries, and that's when I had to cut myself off. There's a limit.
So you cut yourself off?
No, I was
They
hammered.
didn't stop after like the. I would
you
think
cut yourself off after you drink 21 vodka cranberries.
Well, this is right. Wait, hang on a second. The bartender, after you ordered your 14th, didn't say, "Maybe, Mr. O'Reilly, you've had enough."
No, I never said that.
Maybe, I'm not being judgmental.
No, but we just ordered them up and we'd put them on the table and we'd drink them one after another and bang, 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 bang. It was 21 of them. And I was with my buddy Rob. You know Rob.
Yeah.
So after that, I was still able to walk and talk and all that kind of stuff. And hey, let's go up to Rocky Mall Dunes. So we take off for 4 Mile. And between Bridge Street and 4 Mile on Alpine, it was time to puke.
Wait, who was the designated driver?
Oh, well, he was drunk, too. But, we didn't designate back then. Are you kidding me? By the time we got there, we get up to the top of the hill where you get onto Alpine off 96. I said, we need to go to Burger King because I need some French fries. That's going to get me sober up. We go through Burger King. We get some French fries. We make it up to Rocky Mall Dunes or Paunchy Pete's or whatever the hell they called it at that point. I don't know. And that was all she wrote. I was in the parking lot throwing up, and Rob ran in and got everybody and said, hey, come on out and watch Andy puke. So they're all standing around. And get this. I'm in the back of an AMC.
Pacer?
It wasn't a Pacer. But it was one of those ugly-ass AMC cars from the 70s that Rob had gotten as a inheritance from his aunt. Oh. And he left the front license plate on it, and I was in the back seat of Aunt Jenny throwing up 21 vodka cranberries and French fries.
Oh, God. That is...
Yeah, I'm not exactly a good example of alcohol, the proper use of alcohol.
I didn't underage drink.
Liar.
I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it until when I got to Western, and that's when I started really testing the limits. Now, I've never thrown up on alcohol before, but I remember the most. I think I had maybe 10, maybe 11 rum and cokes.
Oof.
And that was dumb.
I never liked rum.
You get to that limit where everything becomes kind of muffled, and you think you are speaking intelligibly, but nobody can understand anything. Yeah, that was one of those nights at Bourbon Street. They had dollar pitchers when I was in college. It was like dollar pitchers from 9 to 10.
You know what we used to do? At Rocky Mall Dunes, they had this giant pitcher-like mug that you could get with beer, and then they went to the mini pitchers and all this stuff. But before they did that, it was these big, giant glass mugs. Mm-hmm. And the competition was who could get one out at the end of the night. So we'd go in there, we'd party, we'd be drinking our big beers and all this. Yeah, aren't we cool? And then at the end of the night, we'd all walk out. We get about 10 steps away from the door, and you'd pull it out of your coat, or like, hey, look what I got. Well, I always use my radio varsity coat. So I go in there with my KLQ jacket on,
right?
And I'm like, hey, I'm a big shot. Look at me, I got my radio coat on. And at the end of the night, we'd walk out, and Rob would pull. There's Rob again. What do you know? He'd pull out his one. I got one. I'd pull it out of my coat still full.
Oh my!
Because the doorman never asked me. They never stopped me to say, "Hey, what are you doing underneath there?" I'd walk out with my arms crossed like this, get up to the parking lot. Hey, mine's still full, and I'd have a beer for the way home.
Oh, God!
By the way, I do not encourage this kind of behavior if you're
a young
person
wrong.
Watching this, or
absolutely
no.
It's dumb. It's the things when you look back on it, you are amazed that you survived because of how dumb you were,
dude. There's no reason I should be alive. That's why I'm so happy all the time.
Yeah.
It really,
I
really is. I mean, and you know me well enough. 90% of the time, I'm really pretty jovial and pretty happy-go-lucky, and that's why I survived.
You can't. Yeah, it's like somebody was watching out for you.
Yep.
That's all there is to it. All right. City of Jackson is rejecting the $270 payment of a local man for trash in his yard. Brian McGonigal has tried to pay off his debt by making a series of $27 payments with 2,700 pennies.
Yep.
The Jackson treasurer, however, rejected the coins, telling him to put them in rolls. According to McGonigal, the payment was his way of protesting the fine. The treasurer said, quote, "It's not our job to count his money." Well, you're the treasurer. Is as much of a nuisance and a pain in the ass as the guy's being. You're the treasurer. It is your job to count his money.
I couldn't agree more.
I mean, it's his payment. Pennies are still currency.
They are.
I think, to me, you got to accept the payment.
I would say this.
Guy's
try
being
it
a
in
jerk,
Roosevelt Park,
but
please. I don't want to listen to our accountant complain.
Finally, the third annual Burning Foot Beer Festival at Pier Marquette Beach in Muskegon has announced its concert lineup for the summer. Less Than Jake, Bad Fish, which is a Sublime tribute band, Tropodelic, and Mellophobics are scheduled to be part of the festival, kicking off on August 26th. I loved Sublime. The Sublime tribute band just sounds awesome. Now, for the first time, a VIP area with tents, patio seating, and parking will be made available. A mini preview of the festival is set for next weekend. Of course, Taste of Muskegon getting set to go on as well. So a lot of summertime fun to be had in the Muskegon area.
And don't forget about Rockstock coming up July 3rd and 4th. We're going to be there.
Can't wait for that. You and I emceeing.
Yeah, we'll be emceeing. We'll be kind of mingling with the crowd. You can stand there on stage and look adoringly at me while you talk. Oh,
that's what I do.
Hero. That's what I want. That's what you got to do.
Hey, well, you always accuse me of riding on your coattails. So if you're going to be the coat,
you're going to call that accusations. I'd call it kind of proof.
Whatever. Sports, as you mentioned, Muskegon Clippers, they followed the Grand River Loggers 18-9.
Ow.
Tigers lose 5-3 to the LA Angels. Cubs win. They beat up on Miami 10-2, and it's Game 3 of the NBA Finals tonight. The Cleveland Cavaliers hosting the Golden State Warriors. Golden State leads that series 2-0. That's sports.
What were you talking about there at the end? I was looking at my tan lines. Aren't those nice?
NBA Finals, Game 3.
Ooh, the what?
NBA Finals.
Never heard of it.
America's game.
NBA. Basketball. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Nobody watches that anymore.
All right.
Have a good day, Dave. We'll talk to you tomorrow.